Yeah.
For some reason.
7:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Hunt needed that one to go and does.
That's a 2 for Hunt.
So here comes Lynchburg. The Titans needing some offense, a lot more of that here in this game.
Well, 2 straight buckets for Lynchburg. Let's see if that could light his spark for the Titans.
Freeman, one-on-one with Osby. Scoop layup, can't get it to go. Put back is good.
Yep, tipped his own rebound.
Gabe Freeman.
Way to stick with his shot for Freeman.
Jumper by Macklin is good. So here come the Titans bringing their offense. They've been waiting for this. Unfortunately, it comes at a very huge deficit. Jumper is no good, but a foul called.
Yeah, and he got stepped on.
As Corey Allman,
Devin McCray stepped on him.
Get help getting up and head to the free throw line.
Devin didn't think so, but it looked like he stepped on him as he was stepping back.
You've got to stay close to number 2 because number 2 likes to drain threes.
Yeah.
And he'll stay back there as long as you let him get comfortable.
So Allman's going to get 3 shots here. Second time at the line for the Razor Sharks here in the half.
First free throw by Allman is good. 6:46 left to go here in this third quarter. The Rochester Razor Sharks just add another lead.
23 points for Allman. And he's played just 1 quarter plus 5 minutes. And 14 seconds if you're scoring at home.
Second free throw by Allman's got 1 more on the 3 attempt, which he was fouled. And Rochester, 3-0 on the year, Premier Basketball League champions. They've either gone to the finals or won within the last few years in the Premier Basketball League. Tops, Coach Spahn said before the game, and it was a very interesting comment, said basically everybody wants to come in here and beat us. That's why we're getting everybody's best effort. Unfortunately, Lynchburg not bringing it today, but Buffalo has played very well here. And did the PD Vipers, yeah.
Buffalo played extremely well. They have a much different team this year, without a doubt. So it'll be good to see Buffalo come back in here in some competitive games. And as I said Sunday, you want a competitive league. You do not want blowout city. That's really no way to keep the fans interested.
Meanwhile, on Sunday, as you were alluding to, Buffalo will be back in a brand new year, 2015. That Sunday game will be very much anticipated, especially the way Buffalo played last time here at the Blue Cross Arena. So hopefully those that come out tonight come out to see Buffalo, because that game was highly competitive before Rochester took it over in the late third and then fourth, and that's going to be goaltending on Stover.
Yeah, Stover, I don't know, I guess he got his hand on the ball on the way down. I didn't see him touch the ball, but that's going to be a basket for the Titans.
Well, the Titans can take it any which way they can get it. Osby with it. Freeman back to defend him. Pushes him into that corner. Now trying to work it down low to Macklin. Macklin against Stover. Can't get it to go. Rebound McCray. Out to Macklin. He's fouled.
Yeah, they did a good job getting it to Macklin to score. Osby's a rebounder. He's got 8 points in the game, but he's the leading rebounder for Lynchburg. So Macklin will go for 2 here.
And 5:35 left to go here in the third. So Macklin, Osby, and Hunt need to be out on the court. That's the only chance that Lynchburg is going to have as Macklin makes the first free throw. Stover will take a seat. Darren Moore will come in for Rochester.
Stover leads with 2 fouls. And Hunt is getting a breather here because Laquan McFall, 6'2", 185 out of UVA Lynchburg, is in the game number 14. Played back in the first quarter.
McCray all over Holmes, swinging it around to Moore. Allman was double teamed back over to Holmes, top of the key, 12 on the shot clock. 1-on-1. Osby comes out to defend him. He gets a scoop layup and goes right around him. McFall guarded by Allman. Allman all the way with him. Holmes nearly stole it. Out to Hunt. Pullback jumper is good. Kenny Hunt from outside.
Holmes with 6 in the quarter. Maybe Hunt wasn't out, and he was just talking to
he was
Buddy
all the way
Mason.
over here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because he doesn't need to be sitting down at this point.
Yeah. Down low, Freeman can't get it to go. Rebound, putback is good.
Darren Moore.
Like Darren Moore.
And again, the bench players helping out. Moore with 4 in the game.
Hunt working it down low. Macklin from McCray. Back to Macklin, in for 2.
Well, Macklin's getting his shooting on here in the second half. 16 points for Macklin, the leading scorer for Lynchburg, and that's what they expected. Well, they expected Hunt to do that.
Nice breakup play there by McCray. Gives it to Macklin. He gets the ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, you give it to the hot hand. He was going down the lane. He just couldn't hold on to it. Or that would have been 18 points for Macklin.
Buddy Mason is screaming at his players, saying, get back, get back. Very lively Buddy Mason is.
Yeah, he's very friendly before the game. Had a nice chat with him. He's been doing this a long time. He's been coaching for over 40 years.
Ralphie Holmes out. James Hilton in for Rochester. Macklin, jumper, no good. Rebound, Hilton. 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. He'll have to dribble it up. Slight press by the Titans. Gets right by McFall.
Kind of saw that
Macklin,
happening.
left alone, will flush it through. So Brandon Macklin.
Macklin now with 18. It's going to take more than Macklin. It's going to take a couple of Macklins for Lynchburg.
3:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Allman, Crouch, alley-oop. Freeman gets it to go. Wasn't pretty, but it still went down.
Wasn't a highlight reel, but the Rochester Razor Sharks needed that one. 6-0 run there by Lynchburg, a rare run by the Titans. Freeman's going to get called for the foul.
3:25. Freeman wanted that one because he knew, I think, he could either create the turnover or he was going to get subbed for. Well, Corey Ullman's coming out. Randall's going in for Rochester. Trey Grooms trying to check in, and he does. So Grooms back in the game for Lynchburg.
You know why it's quieter? The cheerleaders left. They had like 20 girls here, cheerleaders and dancers. Oh no, there's a couple of them here, but that was a great halftime. They had the boys playing basketball, the girls cheering.
Yeah, they were out definitely enjoying themselves out on the court. Meanwhile, Lynchburg showing little life, hanging around as Hunt makes his second free throw.
Yeah, gotta make those free throws. That's the easy stuff.
Jerice Crouch with it. Freeman thought about it, goes right by, scoop layup, that's no good, draws the foul.
Perhaps on Osby. Yep. And he's saying, I put my hands up, but what he did before that, I believe, was put his left hand out. There's the... I don't know. Ball was already away. Osby called for the foul there. It didn't look like he fouled him.
First free throw by Freeman is good.
So Freeman with 6 in the quarter now.
Second free throw by Freeman is good. 3:12.
That would be number 6. I was a little premature on that one.
Hunt jumper, no good. Rebounded by Freeman is all over the court. Pushing it up the court is Crouch. Gives it over Hilton for 3. That's no good. tipped out of bounds. It will remain Rochester basketball.
I thought Darren got a hand on that. Kenny Hunt has to shoot from the outside. There's no way he can go in the paint and drive. There's just too many bodies there.
2:52 left to go here in this third quarter. 78-42 the final, third quarter. We'll be back with more Premier Basketball League action next.
For all your printing needs, visit the official printer of your Rochester Razor Sharks Press Gourmet. They offer a wide variety of printing needs, from business cards to feather flags to banners to shirts. For your next printing job, call 653-8065. Think big, print bigger. Rochester Regional Imaging, experienced teams and advanced technology make them your trusted source for x-rays, mammograms, MRIs, and more. Find your nearest Rochester Regional Imaging Center. Call 922 X-Ray. All right, fans, time to announce the winning number for the 50-50 raffle. Take those tickets out of your pocket if you have number 655323. 655323. Congratulations! You are the winner. See Mary, she has your winnings, and it will all see you in Wildwood.
Back here at the Blue Cross Arena, 78-42 the final score if this game were over. But it's not. We've still got 2:52 left to go here in the third and an entire fourth quarter to go. But Lynchburg would take that score right now. They have been putting up some sort of an effort here in the third. The problem is the deficit very hard to come back from.
Yeah, I pointed to Kenny Hunt when we were going off the air, and Kenny was going to break, and Kenny was walking back. His shorts are down a little bit. He's out of breath. Macklin got a breather. I don't think Hunt's going to get one, but he could use one. That was a good timeout for him.
Hilton, jumper, no good. Freeman with the rebound. Osby can't get it all. Neither can Macklin, who's been working hard as well. I don't think he's come out of the game either. Hilton's free throw, the jumper is no good. Can't get that to go. Back the other way come the Titans. Titans give it up. Macklin, jumper, that's no good. Rebounded, Crouch. Back the other way comes Rochester. Swinging it around, Randall. Setting up, Crouch, thought about a three. Working down low, Macklin versus Freeman. One-on-one, pullback jumper is no good. Rebounded, Macklin. Brandon Macklin with the ball, handling it pretty well, but wants to get it to a guard.
Yes, he was looking for help.
Yes.
Badly there.
Just don't put him in a corner. Hunt one-on-one, jumper, can't get it to go. And the other thing, too, is he not only does he want the foul, you're right, Kevin, he might be tired. And what it does is it doesn't give you that extra lift you need for your jumper, especially if you have to defend on the other end. Jerice Crouch.
Yeah, and Osby came over for the putback, and he got fouled by Darren Moore. Taking a few breaths there. He's going to get relieved here. Dele Coker is coming in along with Fred Durr.
So Gabe Freeman takes a break, so does Darren Moore.
But you got to take your hat off to Gabe Freeman, who's been active on both sides of the court, and he's doing it with one thumb.
And now Moore's going to stick in the game because that's not the substitution they wanted. So he's got to wait for the next timeout.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so he came out. He'll get a little breather sitting right here.
Yep,
so Freeman will get the breather.
So I think they wanted Helton out, and so Moore will stay in. So Moore wanted to come back in the game. Jerice is coming out. So that was the substitution they wanted to do, and they couldn't do. Moore came out of the game. They wanted to get Jerice out. So Jerice Crouch gets a well-deserved rest.
Yeah,
78-43, the third quarter score.
Yeah, Fred Durr got called for an offensive foul, and they subbed. You're not supposed to sub on an offensive foul.
McCray down low. Macklin, Brandon Macklin working against Freddie Durr. Gets Coker up in the air. That's what he needed. Needed to get around Durr and wait for Coker He did just that. Brilliant basketball play there by Macklin. And a steal by Kenny Hunt as he was trying to go get the ball away from Randall. Call for the foul.
Yeah, he was called for the foul. Not happy with himself. And Macklin taking our hats off to Gabe Freeman, do the same for Brandon Macklin, who has not given up. And calling out the screens. Macklin wearing number 34 for Lynchburg. He is their scorer tonight.
Randall off the dribble, scoop layup, gets the shot to go, and the foul.
And Randall making the most of his minutes. That's going to be on Devin McCray. Let's take a look.
Driving right towards the hole.
Oh, yeah. McCray got him on the left hand. I mean, he basically gave him a high five there.
Usually do that after you make the shot.
Yeah, Jerice Crouch behind the bench. And I don't know, I guess that's his daughter. Feeding her some Gatorade.
Nah. Back the other way comes Lynchburg. And the Titans with a minute left to go here in the third. Kenny Hunt for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Hilton. And he'll press it up the court. Macklin trying to stop ball. Gives it over Randall. Try to set that offense up. He wants Coker to post up. Hilton drives towards the hole. Scoop layup is good. So James Hilton adds two more on for Rochester. 30 seconds left to go in the third. Hunt with it. Goes around Randall's. In the corner for McCray. That's no good. Rebound. Back the other way comes Rochester. Randall, 3-on-1. Hilton fouled.
And Fred Durr on the rebound for Rochester. Again, he's doing a lot of things that are not going to show in the stat sheet. He is around the ball. That time he got the rebound, but he's been terrific on both ends of the court for Rochester.
Jackson getting Hilton on the arm. So Lynchburg's going to take a timeout. 19 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. And for Lynchburg, as I said before, you're right, Kevin. They needed about 2 to 3 shooters on this team.
Well, they're going with a full. Now, they were out of 20s, but they're going with a full here. You could actually take a 20-second timeout if you want to. There's really no advantage unless you're winning and you choose to take the 20 instead of the full. But if you're losing, you want that full timeout to give them a little bit of a break. I think we're sticking around here, aren't we?
Well, we can. And, we're talking a little bit about what Lynchburg needs to do in the near future. As I said before, a couple players not making the trip with them. As I said before, you can also get offers to other teams throughout the world, literally. And when that happens, sometimes guys have to make a decision and what's best for them in their playing careers. A lot of guys are trying to get to that next level. A lot of guys are just trying to, play for as long as they can. And for the Lynchburg Titans, they're going to need to go find some shooters and some bigs too. Expand this roster out, Kevin, because you cannot go into a shooting slump or have a shooting slump coming on the road, especially in Rochester, because you're just not going to make it out by halftime.
No, and, Lynchburg hasn't had success. They didn't have success last year. They won one game. They're not having that success this year. I mean, they clearly don't want to be the doormat of the league, but it is difficult to woo a player to your town when you have won just one game. So that's a tough sell. Look, Lynchburg's a lovely place in the spring.
Yeah.
A little humid in the summer, but we don't have to worry about that. I've spent a number of summers down there during baseball season, but they're gonna have to retool a little bit. And they're looking local. They've got Levi Osby from Shepherd College, Robert Wilburn, who we haven't seen, also from Shepherd, Laquan McFall out of Lynchburg, Brandon Macklin out of Virginia State. So there are players in the state of Virginia and around who I'm sure would love to get on the court and make some money doing it.
And be able to showcase their skills, too. A lot of as I said before, players want the opportunity to show other teams what they can do and add to their rosters in and around the world. Second free throw by Hilton is good. 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 40-point lead for Rochester, 85-45. 7 seconds left to go here in the third. Osby's going to have to put it up. It's 3 seconds left to go, and he will. 3, that's no good. And that's the way the third quarter ends. So the Rochester Razor Sharks cruising here for win number 4, and Lynchburg just trying to get through the next 12 minutes or so. We'll start the clock coming up next as the Rochester Razor Sharks lead at 85-45 over the Titans of Lynchburg. We'll be back with the fourth quarter coming up next in the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network.
This block of the game is brought to you by Genesee Construction, locally owned commercial contractor of the greater Rochester and southern tier areas. The Rochester Razor Sharks receive their pregame massage tonight from the therapist at Empire Therapeutic Massage Center, located at 700 Empire Boulevard. Empire Massage Center offers a wide variety of therapeutic massage at affordable prices. Call 730-8730. Check them out at their web link and Razor Sharks homepage. Make the plans to be with us for the next Sharks home game. The next time the Sharks are at home is January 4th.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, Rochester Razor Sharks 85-45. That is not a misprint. That is a win for Rochester in the 12 minutes we have left to go here. But the Rochester faithful still sticking around, loving live basketball action here at the Blue Cross Arena, as people love it when they realize they're now on the big screen, not just on ESPN3. And Finley says, "Hi, how are you?"
In his own special way.
Yeah, that's the way Finley gets down. He's a hugger. Meanwhile, the Rochester Razor Sharks looking to go 4-0, which they will do here today, and get ready for Buffalo. The second game between these two teams, Rochester and Buffalo, have been trying to get this rivalry started for some time, and this might be the year, Kevin. I'm not saying that Rochester's going to lose, but this might be the year Rochester and Buffalo gets that rivalry going.
Well, we've certainly seen a competitive game to begin with. Travel here by Brandon Macklin, who didn't think so. He's doing a little dancing around, moved that pivot foot a little bit too much. But, yeah, looking forward to January 4th. Got any big New Year's plans?
No, I actually don't know what the plans are. I don't know where we're going to be.
Well, don't call me at midnight to wish me Happy New Year, because I will have been in bed.
Oh.
Or actually, you can call me at midnight, just don't call me at 12:01.
I'll text. Isn't that what everybody's doing these days?
I've texted you. I don't hear from you.
Oh. You didn't know I changed my number?
I got your out-of-office number, your out-of-office message today on the phone.
I'll be out till the 5th.
I think McCray should have taken that himself, and I'm thinking he's probably thought the same thing.
Well, after the results are not exactly what you want, Hilton tried a 3. That's no good. Back the other way comes Tennessee. Oh, excuse me, come the Titans. I'm sorry.
Nice. But the turnovers in the 20s for Lynchburg, that is not what you want. And foul here by Darren Moore. Let's see how many Darren has. Just his second.
As you can see there, LaFall just trying to squeeze through and create his own shot.
Yeah, McFall's first time at the line. And his first points of the game. Casey Sheehan's back in.
So Hilton will take a break. Sheehan back in, and Fall at the free throw line. Second free throw is good. 10:53 left to go here in the game. Sheehan will bring it across midcourt. No press by the Titans. Dele Coker's jumper is no good. Boy, that hung around for a little bit.
Took a while for that to develop.
Hunt thought about it. Cross court McCray. He pulled back his three. Osby will let it go. That's no good. Rebound at Coker as he leaps for it.
Slow down.
Randall, nice pass to Moore, who's fouled. And Moore crashes into that front row.
Yeah, Osby hit him from behind. Fairly hard. We had a flagrant earlier. Let's take a look.
Look at the momentum. Oh, that's a push in the back by
Osby.
Osby.
His left hand.
I don't know if the refs saw that.
It didn't look intentional, but
Yeah.
it certainly put him in the second row.
Well, the momentum by Moore did a lot of the work. Osby was just sort of escorting him in a direction.
And frankly, I would take the basketball in my face rather than Darren Moore in our faces.
Yeah.
I've had Jarvis Hayes come over the table before. That wasn't fun. And if, you'll see players come over and step on the table, this would probably fall.
Yeah. Well, we've had quite a few close calls in our area. We're not supposed to be a part of the action. We're supposed to be calling the
Right.
action. Sometimes it goes down like that. 86-47 as Dele Coker, signature block there.
McFall trying to go coast to coast. Bad idea. Here comes Trey Grooms, number 7, to see what he can do.
Grooms is going to have to pick up the slack for Osby, who's been unbelievably.
Hey, Buddy Mason's still talking to his guys. It's off camera, but he's talking to Osby.
Because he knows Osby is one of the 3 guys on this team that needs to get that going.
Right. Fred Durr's going to get called here.
And I think for Buddy Mason, this is, obviously it's a loss today, but it's still a teaching moment.
He's still working.
For his guys.
He's still working. Last year we saw a lot of teams fold up the tents here in that fourth quarter.
First free throw by Macklin. So Brandon Macklin, another one of the players that, despite the score, has been hustling hard and playing it. It would be Osby, Macklin, and Hunt doing all the heavy lifting today, but they just need more help. Second free throw by Macklin's no good. Slight press by the Titans.
Well, Hunt working hard defensively on Randall. That's a good matchup.
That was just a turnaround move. Darren Moore just swept Grooms away and rattled the rim. And Osby not resting very long.
Nope. Took a stand-up breather. So he's favoring his right shoulder, and Grooms coming right back out.
Yeah. Well, you can't have that. You can't, you're not going to be able to box out Darren Moore. Osby's going to have to come back in and deal with him as he catches him one-on-one. Give and go. Moore can't get the dunk to go down. Hunt's got the number, stops, pops 3. That's no good. A flat 3.
That's tired right there.
Yeah.
That's just missing short.
Once again, we were talking earlier about how much time Hunt's been out on the court. That takes away that extra oomph that you need for that jumper.
Yeah.
And I think either Hunt's coming out or McCray's coming out.
Where we got DeJuan Jackson coming in, 5'10", 150. So this should be interesting to see what he does for Kenny Hunt. I would imagine Kenny Hunt tonight might be over here.
Yeah, Kenny Hunt just doesn't have the lift he needs
to
make that jumper.
There's no reason to put him back in the game here.
Well, 9:20 left to go here in the fourth. Rochester leading it 88-48, and trust me, it could be worse.
Yeah, we haven't seen Robert Wilburn yet, 6'6", 220. Probably be good to get him in the game, although Macklin's still playing effectively along with Osby.
Sheehan with it. Swings it back over. Coker drives towards the hole. Can't get enough on the dunk. Sheehan gets his hands in the way of that fast break. McCray needed that in order to go in for an easy layup. Great play by Sheehan.
That deflected it.
Macklin off the back of the eye, and he's got tired legs too. Couldn't get that one to go.
Yeah, good shots right there. They haven't been able to make the open shots all night.
Freddie Durr for 3. That's no good. His shot has not been able to fall this season, as Osby can't get that one to fall. So they're getting the ball to the guys they need to score, but I think a lot of those guys are a little tired.
And Kyle Randall's not tired. He threaded the needle there for the local kid, Casey Sheehan, who is awfully happy to be playing on this court.
Fall, cross court, McCray for 3. That's no good. Rebounded Rochester, back the other way. Come the Razor Sharks. Randall across midcourt saying, just go down. I'll get you the ball. LaFall said, no, I have to foul you here.
You should stop here,
yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say he got embarrassed, but the pass from Randall to Sheehan was an awfully pretty one a moment ago. It looks like we're going to our full timeout here, even though we're not under 8.
Well, with 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter, the Rochester Razor Sharks adding win number 4 in the next 8 minutes here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network.
Fans, make sure you join us for the Razor Sharks post-game party right after tonight's game at Buffalo Wild Wings on Westbridge Road in Greece. We'll have raffles, autographed prizes. Come and hang out with the players, the Lady Sharks, and Lex Sleeman too. Make sure you see a Shark staffer to get your raffle tickets. The party is on Westbridge Road at Buffalo Wild Wings. Fans, be sure to check out Rochester Sports Bubblings, the official sports podcast of your Razor Sharks and all other non-professional sports teams and RIT hockey too. Check them out exclusively on rocksportsnetwork.com, your home for Rochester sports. All right, everybody, time to get up and stretch out those arms, those legs. We got to see it dancing. It is time for the Razor Sharks Dance Cam. That's right, you donkey. You can dance too, donkey. Come on, get up and dance, donkey. That's how it's done right there.
Expecting that.
I got the dance cam going.
90-48 is the score. If the score doesn't drive you away, that last scene did.
My eyes are burning. I don't know if I could go on.
8 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Just give me 8 minutes, Kevin. That's all I ask. Just give me 8 minutes of your time. Basketball time. Oh, my goodness. Freddie, right wing. How do I recoup? Scoop layup, no good. Dele Coker, rebound. Can't put it back in. Gets it back. His own rebound. Flushes it through with authority.
You need the big man to do that.
No playing around by Dele Coker. LaFall, scoop layup in and out, no good. That has been the Titans' night right there.
Good penetration, but they just can't put it in. Fred Durr took it easy on the rim that time.
But LaFall's scoop layup has been this whole story for the Titans. They've had the opportunities to score. They've had the opportunities for the layups, and the iron has betrayed them.
Yes, it has.
In this game.
There was a 9-3 run before that Titans basket.
Randall gets a pick set by Coker, drives through, and tried to dish it off to Anthony Stover.
No, I think it's Casey Sheehan.
Well, Anthony Stover was closer.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's not in the game.
I just looked over, and he's sitting at the corner.
Yes.
So he was in the picture, and he's smiling.
Yeah, he's just not in the game. LaFall needed that one to go. He said he wanted a foul.
How about you take the basket?
I was about to say the same thing. Take the 3 points.
He wanted the 4th point, apparently, but he got that off nicely.
It's a stat line. If you look at your stat line after the game, Sheehan backing in on Jackson and taking him straight to the hole.
Sheehan with 4 in the quarter.
LaFall one-on-one against Randall, gives it out. Osby, that's a high arcing 3, but no good. Helton out to the races, goes around Osby, gives it up. Randall, scoop layup is good.
His first 2 of the quarter.
Jackson hesitating there. Sheehan gives it up, foul called. And Sheehan says, why would you call that on me?
The Titans have lost by an average of 40 in their first 3 games. Average score of 123-93. The Razor Sharks, a few more points than that. And last year, if you don't recall, 161-103 against this team, 169-120, and 132-103. So pretty big margins last year as well.
Sheehan saying basically, okay, you're not going to call the foul. That's okay. I'll just back off and try to create the turnover. And he does not. So they'll keep the ball, does Lynchburg. And Kenny Hunt is coming up limping.
I'm surprised to see him back in the game. He's holding either his right knee or right thigh, or maybe, knee or thigh, one of the two.
They'll take a timeout so that he can sort of walk that one off. With 5:54 left to go here in this fourth quarter.
Timeout.
Rochester with the lead 98-53. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action coming up next. Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network.
For your raffle tickets, prizes, food, fun, and Buffalo Wild Wings immediately following the game on Western's Road and Greens. Your plans are being made, right? Your Razor Sharks are holding out on Sunday, January 4th at 1 o'clock, taking on the Buffalo 716ers. Cheer your Sharks on again this coming Sunday at 1 o'clock here at the Blue Cross Arena.
Back here at the Blue Cross Arena, 5:54 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Rochester will get their 4th win of the year. 98-53 is the score now. What it will be in 5 minutes or a little bit more than 6 minutes left to go in basketball time will be determined, but Rochester will get this win. And they will get ready for Buffalo on Sunday here at the Blue Cross Arena. That's a 1 o'clock tip-off start for the Razor Sharks. And last time Buffalo and Rochester met, it was a closely contested game all the way through to the third and into the fourth quarter. Rochester came away with the victory. They are undefeated on the year, but Buffalo has gotten better. A lot of reports, Erie has gotten better, and teams that were easy for Rochester to defeat a year ago have definitely upped their game. Lynchburg still working on it, Kevin.
Tawan Slaughter changed her business model in Buffalo, much more competitive. 108-95 losers to Rochester on Sunday. That's out of bounds. But, Lynchburg's going to take a little time. They're only in their 2nd year of existence. So it's going to take a little while for them to become competitive. But they've got a couple of decent players in Kenny Hunt and Brandon Macklin. You know, I think those are 2 players that are really too small to get to the next level. But, they can make money playing basketball here in the States, can do it overseas. And certainly Buddy Mason and the Lynchburg ownership will find diamonds in the rough in Virginia, a very basketball-rich state.
And Laquan LaFell, second free throw, no good. So
there's a foul there called.
So back the other way come the Razor Sharks. Kyle Randall running the point now. Razor Sharks going deep into their bench. Dele Coker fouled as he goes up.
Yep, he got popped in the head by Macklin.
And you got to give it up for Dele Coker. For folks that don't know, he was a starter last year for the Razor Sharks. And with the new rotation, Darren Moore has gotten a lot of starting time. As is tonight, Anthony Stover got some starting time. They're going to need Dele down the stretch. But he continues to work on his game. He stayed over the summer. Saw him a lot this summer in the Rochester area. He's a big player. Yeah, well, he's a big player. Well, I went to the office. That's where I found him, either there or at the practice facility.
It's going to be Fred Durr.
As Fred Durr adds 2 more to the Razor Sharks, and they're over the century mark. Jackson gets that shot to go. Hunt.
Kenny Hunt
gets that shot to go. Says, "Where's the foul?" Meanwhile, back down the court, Randall with it. Pick set by Coker. Sheehan, left wing. Durr wanted it, couldn't get it. Coker, 12 on the shot clock, working hard off glass and in for 2.
Great movement by Coker. Did not give up and did not travel.
Jackson for 3. That's no good off the side of the rim. Dudley Coker with it. Randall will get it across midcourt. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in the game. Randall dribbling his way through. Thought he had Coker.
Oops.
He didn't. McCray has it. Meanwhile, Randall comes from behind on McCray, steals the ball away. Hilton, baseline jumper. Good.
Randall dishing the ball off to a number of players tonight.
Kenny Hunt with it. Randall on him. Tipped out of bounds. And it will remain Titans basketball.
50-point margin, which I had to look twice at.
Trey Groom will come back in. Juan Jackson will take a seat.
It was closer for about 2 minutes. But like most teams in the fourth quarter, it belongs to Rochester because of their depth, because of their conditioning. They beat Lynchburg last year by 58. They are well on their way to doing that here with 4:26 to go.
So,
and that was the game in Rochester. That was 161-103 game in Rochester last March. It was one of the last games.
as Macklin makes his first free throw, Brendan Macklin has been working hard for Lynchburg in this game. Yep. Second free throw is good. I can't remember him hitting the bench. I think he's played the whole game here in the second half.
He took a very, very brief breather. Surprised we've not seen Robert Wilburn out on the floor, which is their only bench player who hasn't played.
Stolen away on a foul as he almost fell, but did
McFall
not.
wanted a foul.
Sheehan thought he can get that jumper to go. Coker rims out for him on the dunk, swinging around the fall. Look at what I found. Hunt gets the shot to go and the foul.
Oh, good. Razor Sharks do not need to rush here. It looks like they're rushing offensively. And Casey Sheehan was trying to give a little gift to Kyle Randall, put it back in his hands on the other end, and it got taken away. So a turnover they did not have.
Meanwhile, Kenny Hunt is at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play. And his free throw is no good. Coker with the rebound.
I've got Hunt with under 10 for the game.
Freddie Durr trying to dribble past Macklin and gets the foul called off. And Freddie Durr will head to the free throw line with 3:48 left to go here in the fourth. Rochester will improve to 4-0 on the year. Buffalo coming into town on Sunday. 1 o'clock tip-off here at the Blue Cross Arena. And then for the Razor Sharks, it's the best way to describe a home-and-home series with Philadelphia. Philadelphia, they'll be on the road that Friday and then Philadelphia will travel to Rochester that Sunday. And then Erie, Buffalo, Carolina, Lynchburg. Erie at home, Buffalo on the road, Carolina on the road, and Lynchburg. So through the end of January into February, they'll be on the road, Rochester, taking that road trip. A lot of back-to-back home games and a lot of long road trips for Rochester.
Well, Philadelphia isn't too bad. You know, what is that, 4.5 hours?
I'd
and they've
say
got
so.
Saturday off.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. It might be a little longer than that, but it's not like they're going to Lynchburg on Friday and coming back to play them on Sunday. That would be.
Well, the Buffalo, Carolina, Lynchburg run will be at the end of January into February. That's the one, and then they do it again in March
Yeah, we
through the
got quite
Razor
a break.
Sharks.
It's like a 3-week
So
break.
the entire month of March.
It's a circus here?
I don't know, but the Razor Sharks won't be until the end of March.
Yeah, layoff like that, you got to figure the circus or like a truck
Yeah.
pull or something, a tractor pull.
Well, a lot going on here at the Blue Cross Arena. Also the home for the Amherst, Nighthawks, Lancers, Section 5 basketball. A lot going on here.
Yeah, mid to late February, the basketball, the high schoolers play here. That's got to be a big thrill for them.
Hilton thought about a three, drives right towards the hole, can't get it to go. Rebound, Coker. Put back is good with 3:13 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Rochester adding to their lead. 109-61.
When did Corey Allman come back in the game?
No need for Corey. He's done enough in the literally first quarter and third quarter to still be one of the leading scorers on the night for Rochester. Hilton just lost the handle. Groom's got it. Can he finish? Yes, he can.
How about that?
Trey Groom.
Where's that been all night?
Too little, too late for Lynchburg. Ullman for three. Wow. It's a long
He warmed
wait.
up. He said, the guy got ahead.
That's an old Jordan line there. Don't know where that came from.
Had the shot.
He was sitting on the bench waiting for me. Hunt answers for another three on his end.
Right, and that was the matchup we thought we were going to see early on in the first quarter, and it just went away.
Well, Corey Ullman had won the matchup, literally. Freddie Durr with the basket. He says he wants the and one and the foul.
I'm looking at...
And then Coach Spawn wants to know if that counts too. Yep, they do count it. And with 2:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter, we'll wrap things up coming up next here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network.
This is a media timeout. Stoneyard Brewing now serving their craft beer in the Shark Tank. Congratulations to Dusty West and Eric Kikoski. Dusty West and Eric Kikoski, congratulations. You are the winners of the two $10 gift cards. Covered Wagon Tours is the official travel partner of the Rochester Razor Sharks. They are proud to offer an array of services from a one-day trip to a casino or a multi-day tour. Book your next trip with them. Call 438-3063 or visit the website at coveredwagontours.net. Genesee Construction Services has been expertly preparing sites, constructing breathtaking buildings, and standing behind every beam, balcony, since 1996. We're pavers, carpenters, pipe fitters, and masons, and it's our trade, and it's our passion. If you're considering remodeling a room in your house, call Genesee Construction at 335-9530.
It's the music.
It's your favorite radio station. It's Kiss 106.7. Your radio makes you want to move. We have a great melody. This song relaxes forever. People know your song because it's on the radio. I love it when the beat goes. With Elvis Duran and the Kiss Morning Show.
It's the way I get to you.
Without the radio,
A hit would just not be a hit.
the biggest song, the biggest artist,
All in one place.
Rochester's Kiss 106.7.
I'll see you
Man,
there.
keep doing your thing. Let the boys keep slipping, man. I'm not in the gymnastics, but I'm in the flipping things. It's really not all about the team. Jordan and Pippen, man.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 115-66. While you were in the commercial break, Freddie Durr, I believe, made his free throw. As the Razor Sharks still playing hard with under 2 minutes left to go. Ken Hunt can't get that one to go. Rebound, put back is good by Levi Osby. And with 1:45 left to go, Rochester foul, Freddie Durr will head to the free throw line.
Foul is called on Lynchburg's number 14, LaQuan McCall.
So Laquan Mafal will get that foul, and Freddie Dill will head to the free throw line to add to his stat line. First free throw is good.
Oops. I think he said that was his fifth foul and then his second. At this point, with 141, we're going to stop counting.
Yeah. Second free throw by Freddie Durr is up and no good off the back of the iron. Foul called. Not sure who that's on.
Well, Kenny Hunt's having a nice chat. Oh, it's a lane violation.
Lane violation. I thought it was a foul called as Grooms hit the deck. So Freddie Durr back at the line again. And makes it. Hunt will get it across midcourt for Lynchburg. Trying to get it down low and does so to Macklin. Macklin against Coker. Working in the paint. Off glass, can't get it to go. Freddie Durr off his hands. But Sheehan comes away with it and with sandwich finally gets it to Coker, who rattles the rim. Dele Coker puts it in for two. And 119-68 with a minute 10 left to go here in the game. Hunt, shake and bake, can't get the shot to go. Freddie Durr working hard, gives it up. Helton flushes it through. As Hunt tried to draw the foul and ref said, nope, play on. Alley-oop, Osby gets it off of the rebound as the ball was knocked away. Less than a minute to go here in the game. Casey Sheehan will dribble it out. Freddie Durr.
Oops.
And he gets fouled. So Freddie Durr fouled by Macklin. And with 40 seconds left to go, he will go to the free throw line. We'll get a chance to talk with Kyle Randall coming up in a matter of moments.
Estevez Cabell is in as
Brandon
Macklin. And if we were in Lynchburg, he'd get a nice hand because he played as
hard.
tough as he can play.
And gave it all he had. Just not the night for Lynchburg. And so far, not the season for them. They will fall to 0-4 on the year. As the crowd that was here starts to slowly head out to get an early start on the traffic out of the parking lot. Second free throw by Durr is good. Osby, McCray, right wing with Sheehan on him. Scoop layup is good. And Sheehan wants to dribble it out. Osby chasing him a little bit. And now they're pressure Sheehan. Sheehan says, I will go up for the shot. No foul called. Dele Coker jumper is good. Baseline.
Coker's got a bunch tonight. Don't know how much, but he has looked good. He's making the most of his playing time as Dele.
Osby jumper is good.
We'll say the same of Levi Osby as well, second leading scorer for these Titans.
And he played hard tonight as well. It's another win for the Rochester Razor Sharks. They improved to 4-0 on the year with an impressive win here tonight, 125-74. And we will be joined in a matter of moments and talk with Kyle Randall about what this win means for Rochester. Next game will be on Sunday against Buffalo. And the Buffalo 716ers, you know, you would have to say, Kevin, the Buffalo 716ers really can't wait to get back into this Blue Cross Arena. They really want to hang a W on the Rochester Razor Sharks.
They are 0-14 in this arena, so there is absolutely no doubt that Buffalo is coming in here with something to prove. And if not on January 4th, then certainly they're coming back here a couple times. They'll be back on February 28th as well. So Kyle's going to be coming in. He's right behind you. I do not know. You want to interview him?
Anthony Stover is coming over. You've had an interview. It's Kyle's turn. Can you believe that? Anthony Stover trying to take over for Kyle Randall. Let me first ask you, Kyle, with the win today. First of all, I can't believe Anthony Stover tried to come over here and take your post-game interview. I can't believe he would actually do that. Is that what teammates do to other teammates?
Me and him are, we're really good friends. He's always joking around, so it's I can see him doing something like that.
Well, I'm glad you're a good sport about it.
Yeah.
This win tonight, pretty big, 125-74. I was able to talk with Coach Swan. He said very importantly, don't sleep on anybody. Go 100%. You guys didn't take the pedal off the metal. You went all the way tonight, right?
Yeah, and that's what, he's been preaching these past 3 days. Coming off a break, once we put our foot on the gas, we got to keep it there. Don't let up, and, don't take anybody lightly in this league. We're all professionals, so everybody's going to come, especially at us because we won the championship last year, so the target's on our back. So when we get a lead, we got to hold it and keep our foot on the gas and, sustain it throughout the whole game.
Great work off the bench tonight for you and a number of players. You are, despite coming off the bench, you're one of the leaders in this team. You've played at the next level. Tell me a little bit about the difference in competition in the NBDL to what you're at here, and what do you have to do to get to that level?
Well, in the NBDL, is you're playing with NBA guys or NBA caliber guys, night in and night out. Right. So you have NBA assignees coming down, you have people getting called up. So the talent is just one step below the NBA. So it's a grind, night in, night out. And down here, there are good players down here that are capable to play there. Like myself, and I know we have a lot of people on our team that can definitely play in the NBA D-League. So the thing is, you just got to keep working, and hopefully you get that call.
And make the most of your time out on the floor, obviously.
Yeah, you definitely got to make the most of your time. Every chance you get, you got to go 100%. Yeah.
With Buffalo coming back into Rochester, they desperately thought to themselves, we can get a win against this Rochester team. They're a lot better from last year. I know you were not here last year, but they came out and tested you out on this court. Are you ready for that challenge again? Because I know the Buffalo 716ers want another shot at Rochester in this building. Boy, would they love to get a W. How do you prepare for them in the next few nights?
Well, that game we came out a little flat, and that was a game that we talked about as a team collectively. That's a really big game because, they're right down the road. So it's kind of like a rival game. And so we have to be ready because they're going to be ready and they want to get a win as much as they can. And, they're a good team. They made some changes this season to be a better team, and they're definitely a better team. And so we're going to be ready for them next time, and we're going to try to come out with more intensity and more energy to start the game instead of trying to fight back the whole game.
Well, pleasure to have you here in there.
Being here.
Don't let Anthony Stover steal your shine like that.
Yeah,
my
I'll
friend.
try not to.
You don't get too many post-game interviews. You got to capitalize on that.
Yeah, you got to have me back sometime. I love doing this.
We will do it.
We will set you up. Maybe you and Anthony can have a show together. How about that?
Hey, if you bring us up here, it might be a comedy show.
That's right. A laugher tonight for the Rochester Razor Sharks. They come away with a win, a big one, 125-74. And as we were talking to Kyle, Kevin, the big thing now is Buffalo. What will happen on Sunday? These two teams will meet again. Rochester with a win last time they faced them. But, boy, I tell you, the 716ers love to come back in here and hang a W. They feel as if they've got what it takes to put Rochester in that loss column for the first time this season.
Yeah, I've said it before. It's great for the league to have competitive games. Tonight was not one of those, but we're getting a whole look at the conference now. We'll see some teams from the West come in a little later in the season. And, I can't wait till Erie comes in here as well. It was I don't want to call it an easy season last year for Rochester, their championship year, but they skated quite a bit. This year, not so the case, and it's going to make the PBL games of the week and every game we play here exciting, and that's great for the fans, great for us.
125-74 as Lynchburg and the Titans come in and get demolished by Rochester. Next game will be on Sunday, 1 o'clock against Buffalo. Until then, have a great day. Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network.